Before starting the video, I want you to solve these questions. I'll give you 10 seconds. If you want extra time, you can pause the video and solve the questions. So first question is this one. Now the next question. Now the next question. And the next question. So these are the 4 questions and I hope you marked your answers. Now I'm going to reveal the key. This is the key. How many did you get correct of these? If you are getting all of them correct, then very good. You are at least reading your biology and you are good with PYQs. And if you got any one of them also wrong, then you are in big trouble because these are NEET 2024 questions and it is a 1-year-old PYQ. That's it. If you are getting 1-year-old PYQs also wrong, then somewhere your biology preparation may be lacking. So question yourself saying that have you actually completed the syllabus, or are you telling yourself that you have completed your syllabus just for your satisfaction? If you are hesitant or doubtful in answering these questions, then your bio may be weak and you may be scoring less than 300 marks. And with similar complaints, a NEET 2025 aspirant has commented on my video saying that he's facing problem in remembering biology, so he's only getting 450 marks in his GAN test. If he can show any improvement in biology, he can push his score to 500s or 550s also. So he was asking me how to do biology, how to read biology, how to recall biology. That is why we are making a specific video. And in this video, we are going to discuss a complete strategy to complete your biology within 7 days. That is 1 week. And your marks will show a drastic improvement. If you are scoring 200, you can easily push to 330s or 340s also. So this challenge is not for the weak people. So if you are somebody who will think that, alright, 12-13 hours we have to study, so many chapters we have to study in a single day, how is it possible? You have a negative mindset, please don't watch this video. So firstly, you can comment formula if you want, syllabus tracker, and also a lot of formula sheets for biology, physics and chemistry, and high yield topics if you want in physics and chemistry. You can comment high yield topics and I'll send you the list of topics. Only 12 to 13 topics we have listed down. Now let's come to the main topic, and firstly I want to discuss what is stopping you from scoring 300 marks. You're not getting 300 marks because you are making these mistakes repeatedly. First is only doing one-shot lectures. In the one-shot lecture, they'll feel confident also that they are learning everything. What will happen? It will store in your temporary memory. And if you don't read your NCERT after one-shot lectures, there is no point, because from one-shot lecture, you can learn the 80% of concept which they are teaching directly. Okay. You'll understand the chapter, you'll understand concept, you will also be able to solve the questions also. But when a statement question comes, when an assertion reason question comes, when the match the following questions come, you will get confused in the statements because you never read NCERT. You don't know the exact line which is present in NCERT because you always shows one-shot videos for your revision. You never read NCERT in the last 1 month. NCERT is your ultimate weapon. You have to read it multiple times. No matter what good resource you have to always come back to NCERT and read every single line so that you have an idea of what the wordings are used in those sentences. Because NTA is very good at wordplay. We all know that they will change the sentences, they'll change the words, and they'll make you confuse it, and you will forget the concept if you don't have the NCERT lines in your mind properly. So read NCERT multiple times even if you are doing one-shot lectures also. Then the second mistake is going to be not doing any question practice. What people will think, biology ito hai, concept ito hai, textbook reading ito hai. But what will happen in the exam, they'll change the wordings of the question, they'll change the sentences, they will try to trick you, and you will get tricked because you never solved any questions, and you will also forget the concept because you did not solve the questions properly and you don't have a good memory. Then the next mistake is going to be passive reading. You are opening your NCERT, sitting in front of your desk and starting to read it like it is an English textbook. You are reading every single line without any active recall in your brain. And in the evening, if I ask you some question, you are going to forget everything and you will think that, I have to revise again, I forgot everything. You will get anxiety, depression, stress, whatever. So whenever you open NCERT, read the heading and try to recall whatever you remember from it. And this recalling activity will make your memory so strong, you will never ever forget it. Same thing question practice se hota hai, same thing active reading se bhi hota hai, passive reading se nahi hoga. Then directly reading short notes or mind maps. Mind maps क्या होता है, 1 पेज 2 पेज में पूरा चैप्टर खत्म हो जाता है. डू यू थिंक 12 पेजेस का कॉन्सेप्ट 1 पेज में आ सकता है? नहीं आ सकता है. दैट इज इम्पॉसिबल. एवरी सिंगल लाइन तो मेंशन नहीं होगा. आई नो कॉन्सेप्ट हो जाएगा. इफ यू आर अ पर्सन हु हैज ऑलरेडी स्टडीड 2 to 3 times NCERT, देन यू आर यूजिंग माइंड मैप्स बोले तो उसमें लॉजिक है. ठीक है, यू आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू वेस्ट टाइम, यू आर ट्राइंग टू रिवाइज एज सून एज पॉसिबल बोले तो you can read short notes, you can read mind maps. That is very good. But a person who hasn't studied NCERT till now, they are directly opening mind maps or short notes and starting to study. What will happen? You won't score any marks. You will think that you have read the entire chapter, but you have read only half of the chapter. Never use mind maps or short notes as your primary source. Your primary source of knowledge should always be NCERT. Revision का source can be your mind maps or short notes. ठीक है? Now let's get to the day wise plan. Day wise plan for completing biology in 7 days. So first I want you to take a paper and write down all your weak areas. 16 different topics लिखो और एक order में लिखो, so that the first topic is the weakest and 16th topic थोड़ा mild weak हो जाएगा. Then top 8 topics will be your pure weaknesses. Extract them from the 16 topics and top 8 topics will your weaknesses. Now strong areas you can write down in a separate paper which are 10 different topics. इससे ज़्यादा कोई use नहीं है. I just want you to separate your strong topics so that you don't have a confusion in deciding your weak topics. Now let's start with the day 1 plan. First you have to do the most weak 5 topics. Each topic take 1.5 to 2 hours. Mainly focus on diagrams, tables, examples. कोई values है तो values पे भी focus करो. In this challenge you are completing biology in 1 week means you have to be very fast. You have to look through the chapters and you have to do diagrams, examples and tables. And then 3 mild topics which are left over at the bottom of your list of 8 topics. You have to read them each 1 hour या 1.5 hour you can take and 2 to 3 hours में खत्म कर दो. First day you are going to study for 10 to 13 hours. And if you finish the entire topics in just 10 hours, then you can always solve PYQs. Maintain 1 hour is equals to 90 questions. This equation has to be maintained. So in 1 hour you can do 90 questions. If you have 2 hours you can do 180 questions. So day 1 we are going to close here. We are going to completely end our weak chapters. Weak topic का नाम ही नहीं होना चाहिए तुम्हारे NCERT में, ठीक है? So day 1 we are dealing with our weak areas. Then day 2 we are going to start with the entire biology syllabus फिर से. I gave a specific day for weak areas because if you read strong topics in the same amount of time and weak topics in the same amount of time, ज़्यादा revision नहीं होगा weak topic पे. Second day से we'll start completing the biology syllabus. Now first we'll start off with the dry topics on second day, which is living world, biological classification, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, morphology, anatomy, structure, organization, biomolecules. 8 topics हो जाएंगे 9 to 10 hours में आराम से complete कर सकते हो because these are class 11 topics. Class 11 topics you have read multiple times from the past 2 or 3 years, so इससे complete करने में ज़्यादा time नहीं लगना चाहिए. You have to mainly focus on diagrams, examples and tables. Examples and tables तो बहुत सारे plant kingdom, animal kingdom, morphology, anatomy, you have a lot of examples to remember. अगर तुम्हें याद नहीं होता है तो एक separate paper लो, उसमें सारे examples वो सब लिख के लगा दो, ठीक है? Next remaining 3 hours अगर 9 to 10 hours में ये complete हो गया तो you will have 3 more hours left before you are going to sleep. So you are going to give 2 part tests. 2 part tests. Each part test will contain 90 biology questions from botany and zoology mix करके उसमें 180 questions बन जाएंगे तुम्हारे 2 part test से. So you can solve them in 2 hours. As I said, 1 hour is equals to 90 questions. 2 hours में you'll do 180 questions. Analysis कर लेना उसके बाद 1 hour क्योंकि 3 hours है ना, 1 hour analysis कर लो. How to do analysis? Complete breakdown दिया गया है already. Link in the description. I have made a separate video for it. You can go and watch it. Lot of people ask me this question: where can I get NCERT based mock test? Where can I practice my MCQs? So today I have brought you a resource. This is Educat's NEET Abhyaas 2025 booklet, and this booklet has been designed by our well-known C. Pahuja ma'am. Lot of students study from her. In this booklet, you are going to get a letter from C. Pahuja ma'am, and then you are going to get a content sheet where you will get a tracking sheet for all your 10 unit-wise mock tests. Then you are going to get 10 unit-wise tests from U1 to U10 so that you can focus on all your weak areas and improve them from class 11 to class 12. Every single chapter has been covered in this 10 unit test, and you can expose to more number of questions and identify your weak areas so that you can work on them. Once you are done with the unit wise mock tests, you can switch over to the 10 full syllabus mock tests which are completely NCERT based. And from Abhyaas booklets only, last year 40% of the questions came in NEET 2024. That means you are seeing almost half of the paper by sitting at your home itself. Students who have used these booklets last year have shown an improvement of more than 30% of the marks in the last 1 month itself. And you will also get a full answer key for all the 20 mock tests which you are writing. And आपके OMR bubbling को improve करने के लिए they have given you 20 NEET pattern based OMRs also so that you can improve your bubbling practice and prevent any mistakes in the final NEET exam. And इतना सब कुछ देने के बाद भी they are giving you exclusive theory maps for class 11 and class 12 where they are covered all the chapters from starting to ending from physics, chemistry, biology. You are going to complete the entire chapter within 1 page, and this is a game changer for you to revise before your NEET exam. So this is a power packed bundle, and nobody is going to offer you these many things in a single bundle for such low price. So if you want to purchase this, the link will be in the description. Thank you Educat for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the video. Day 3 पे क्या करोगे? Here you have a lot of important topics on day 3. There is cell, the unit of life. There is cell cycle. Cell cycle में से बहुत सारे questions आते हैं. You have to read it very thoroughly, and इसमें mistake तो नहीं करना है. Then photosynthesis, respiration in plants, and 5 units of human physiology, which is breathing, excretory, body fluids, locomotion, neural control. ये सब 5 topics में से human physiology always an evergreen topic. You will get a lot of questions. You have to read this properly. Again 9 topics, 9 to 10 hours में cover कर लो. 2 hours बचेंगे, उसमें से 2 part test कर लेना, 180 questions, 90 questions, 2 part test you can solve off from the NEET Abhyaas booklet, and 1 hour you can do analysis. एनालिसिस कैसे करना है बोलता है, आई विल गिव यू जस्ट राइट नाउ. स्टेटमेंट मिस्टेक्स है वो एक बार एनालाइज करो, एनसीईआरटी खोल के वापस से वो स्टेटमेंट पढ़ो क्या गलती हुई है बोल के. देन यू कैन सी डायग्राम मिस्टेक्स, डायग्राम लेबलिंग, डिड यू फॉरगेट एनीथिंग, और डायग्राम डिड यू अज्यूम एनीथिंग रॉन्ग बोल के, यू हैव टू गो एंड चेक दैट डायग्राम आउट. एंड वॉट एवर मिस्टेक्स यू आर मेकिंग, एग्जाम्पल भूल गए तो एग्जाम्पल फिर से खोल के एनसीईआरटी में से यू हैव टू रिवाइज. वॉट एवर मिस्टेक यू आर मेकिंग, गो एंड चेक दैट इन एनसीईआरटी एंड रिकॉल इट प्रॉपरली एंड मेक श्योर you use a red pen to mark your mistakes, so that next time when you are reading that concept you will put more focus onto it. Like last time मैंने ये गलती की है, यहाँ पे ये एग्जाम्पल भूल गया है, ये स्टेटमेंट भूल गया है, ये डायग्राम भूल गया है, इसीलिए मेरी गलती हुई है. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम आई डोंट हैव टू रिपीट इट बोल के रेड पेन यूज करो, हाईलाइटर यूज करो, कुछ भी यूज कर सकते हो. देन ऑन डे 4 व्हाट यू विल डू केमिकल कंट्रोल, इनहेरिटेंस के 2 टॉपिक्स, मॉलिक्यूलर बेसिस एंड प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस. देन बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के 2 टॉपिक्स यू आर गोइंग टू डू. देन ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन एंड रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ एंड प्लांट ग्रोथ एंड सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन इन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स. दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स. इनहेरिटेंस एंड बायोटेक्नोलॉजी तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो अगेन 9 टॉपिक्स यू आर गोइंग टू डू, 9 to 10 आवर्स में खत्म करना है. 1.5 आवर से ज्यादा एक चैप्टर नहीं होना चाहिए. देन यू आर गोइंग टू टेक 2 hours 2 part test, 180 questions, 90 सेम थिंग. 1 hour एनालिसिस कर लेना, सारे मिस्टेक्स जाके मिस्टेक बुक में लिखना है. देन डे 5 यू आर गोइंग टू रीड एवोल्यूशन, ह्यूमन हेल्थ, माइक्रोब्स इन ह्यूमन वेलफेयर, ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड पॉपुलेशन, इकोसिस्टम, बायोडाइवर्सिटी. ये सारे ड्राई टॉपिक्स है, बोरिंग टॉपिक्स है, नॉलेज है ज्यादा इसमें. सो सेंटेंसेस क्वेश्चंस बहुत अच्छे से पूछे जा सकते हैं इसमें से, और यू विल गेट अ लॉट ऑफ वैल्यूज ऑल्सो. सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर द वैल्यूज ऑल्सो फॉर ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड पॉपुलेशन, इकोसिस्टम, बायोडाइवर्सिटी. आई हैव मेड सम शॉर्ट नोट्स, फॉर्मूला कमेंट कर दोगे, वो डायरेक्टली लिंक तुम्हें मैं भेज दूंगा कमेंट्स में. And if this is organism and population, I have written everything related to organism and population in 4 pages. This is just the first page. So ऐसे short notes चाहिए तो formula you can comment off and you will get off absolutely free of cost. So 6 topics 6 to 7 hours में खत्म कर दो. Then you will have 3-4 hours left over before you go to sleep. So 4 part test खत्म कर दो, 90 बोल के 360 questions हो जाएंगे बायोलॉजी में. अच्छा प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा. And 1 hour you can do analysis for whatever mistakes you made in the 360 questions. Plan works perfectly with Abhyaas booklet. So do check it out. The link will be in the description. And now going to day 6. Day 6 पे आपको पूरा क्लास 11 बायोलॉजी रिवाइज करना है. 10 hours लेके आपको आराम से रिविजन हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी यू हैव स्टडीड सो मच इन द पास्ट 4-5 days. सो यू विल रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग. वीक एरियाज 2 बार पढ़ लिया है, स्ट्रॉन्ग एरियाज ऑलरेडी स्ट्रॉन्ग है, फिर से भी पढ़ लिया है. सो व्हेन आई से यू हैव टू रिवाइज क्लास 11 बायोलॉजी entirely in one single day, you don't have to sit down and read every single line of NCERT, right? You have to look through values, tables, diagrams, examples, and any important statements which you have made mistakes previously, or any important statements which you feel like the examiner is going to ask, or any PYQ statements you can see, very important statements. So mark those statements by using a highlighter or a red pen or a black pen or whatever you want to do. Mark those statements, and when you are revising class 11 biology entirely, you can just open the textbook and focus on the important points instead of reading every single line. Then solve 2 full syllabus tests. Again 180 questions आ जाएंगे, एनालिसिस कर लो, टोटल 3 hours में हो जाएगा. फिर डे 7 you have to read the entire class 12 biology, which will again take you 10 hours or 11 hours. Again solve 2 full syllabus tests, which is 180 questions, 90 3 hours हो जाएगा. एनालिसिस कर लेना 1 hour में, and you will finish the challenge. That is your day 7. Now a lot of people have asked me that no matter how many times I am reading, I am always forgetting biology, because there is some problem in remembering, some problem in understanding the concept. So I have some tips for you to memorize biology properly. Solve questions every day. Some people what they'll do after doing this 1 week challenge also, they'll do that 1 week already biology पढ़ लिया है, ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट हो गया, अभी फिजिक्स एंड केमिस्ट्री विल फोकस बोल के फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 weeks they'll only read physics, chemistry, physics, chemistry, physics, chemistry. What your brain will do, this person is not using it, so we'll delete it बोल के brain will delete it completely. So 50% or 40% of the syllabus whatever you read, you are going to forget unless and until you are going to do question practice every single day. That is very important. Question practice हर दिन करो. Just when you are having your lunch or watching any TV show or something, टाइम पास के लिए PYQ सॉल्व करो, मजा आएगा तुम्हें, बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी रेड द एंटायर सिलेबस एंड इट विल बी इन योर ब्रेन, सो यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व द PYQs and it will be fun when you are getting the questions right one after the other. So whenever you get some spare time, you are going to solve questions of biology every single day. 30-40 questions करने के लिए just 15 to 20 minutes लगते हैं, कर दो प्लीज, बिकॉज आपका एक्टिव रिकॉल होते रहेगा और सब्जेक्ट से टच भी बना रहेगा, so that you can also focus on physics and chemistry and not forget biology. Then revise your mistake book. Whenever you are making a mistake book, just don't write it and keep it aside. Mistake book purpose is only to review all your mistakes in one glance. So revise your mistake book before your exams, or at least once in 3 days. Highlight the important statements and areas. I already told you to use red pen, highlighter or black pen or whatever you are trying to use. use red pen to mark your mistakes. This also I told you that you have to use red pen so that you can focus more on the next time that you made a mistake and you are not going to repeat it. Then don't be overconfident. Some people will think that biology I have read so properly, I have read NCERT 2 times, 3 times, so now I don't have to read biology. What will happen, as I told you, physics and chemistry, if you continuously read, brain will think that biology is not necessary and it will slowly start deleting it. So don't lose touch with the subject, don't be overconfident. Biology last moment mein check mark de sakta hai. So don't be overconfident and always be in touch with the subject. Now read questions and options properly. What people will think that 45 minutes mein solve karna hai, 50 minutes mein solve karna hai bolke, they will immediately start reading questions dhanadan. First part, ending part they will read, but in the middle part there will be some twist kept by NTA and you will fall directly into the trap and make a mistake. What is the point of you reading so much if you are going to make a silly mistake by not reading the questions or options properly? No use, right? So usse acha hai question or option dhang se padho. In that way also you can easily solve the paper within 45 to 50 minutes, but don't make any silly mistakes, because if you make mistakes in biology and score less than 300, then you are not getting a selection this year. Trust me, you will not get a selection this year if you don't get 300 marks in biology. Read the questions properly, options properly, and don't be in a rush of solving the paper in 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Or some people will also say that they have to solve the question in 30 minutes or 40 minutes only. So utna zyada rush mat karo, aram se solve karo paper ko, or don't make any silly mistakes. And that's it for the video. You can check out the NEET Abhyaas booklet. The link will be in the description, and you can comment any problem of yours and we will make a specific video for your problem if a lot of people are asking it. And if it is a unique problem, then I will give you a separate specific reply and you don't have to worry about anything. I will help you throughout this process till your NEET exam is done. I am here. You can always leave a comment and I'll solve your problem in some or the other way. We'll find out a solution. I'll see you next Wednesday. Until then, bye bye.